Are the Druids Alteans that aligned themselves with the Galra, or are they something else entirely? Let's take a look.
Whoosh. It's us.
Something I've been wondering since Season 1 is what are the Druids exactly? My first thought was that maybe they lacked a corporeal form and were actually just magical constructs created by Hagar, or possibly just an extension of her magic. But that seems unlikely since they seem to be fairly independent. Another thing I thought of was that they might be somewhat similar to a golem or something like that. However, after the revelations at the end of Season 2 and then the revelations in the Season 3 finale, I've thought of a few other possibilities. Firstly, what if they are Alteans that decided to join the Galra to avoid being slaughtered by Zarkon? Self-preservation is a strong instinct, and if you witnessed your planet being annihilated, then joining the people responsible would seem like a pretty good way to avoid being killed yourself. Also, willingly joining would probably also mean avoiding slavery, so win-win. Or perhaps there are Alteans that had less of a choice. Maybe Hagar was able to brainwash them into becoming her minions. After all, Hagar had 10,000 years to bring them over to her side. Who knows what kind of torture and manipulation these people endured at her hands. Quintessence seems to affect the Galra and Alteans differently. For the Galrans, it seems a lot like a drug. The prison warden seems to use it as a super powerful, fast-acting steroid. Zarkon has to be pumped full of it so that he can search for the Black Lion from light years away, and it also seems to be how he has access to the astral plane. The Alteans' relationship with it seems a lot different. We see both Hagar and Allura manipulating it, and giving quintessence back to the Balmera seems to be something that only a sacred Altean can do. A good way to summarize it is that the Galra are like containers, whereas Alteans are conduits. There's also a strong likelihood that the Druids are actually dead Alteans that have been reanimated by the dark creatures from the other reality. Or the dark creatures are possessing them like demons would, which means we might see Allura performing exorcisms later on. If that's the case, then there's a chance we might see the Druids join the good guys at some point. The last theory is that the Druids are the creatures themselves, which, if you look at the way that this Druid died in Blackout, seems plausible. The way Hagar and the Druids operate seems nearly identical to the creatures themselves, and if they've been in this reality for 10,000 years, that's plenty of time for them to learn how to speak and maintain a humanoid form. What do you think the Druids are? If you have any theories, let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching!